This week on Saturday by 10 a.m. we have answers to insurance myth that confuses you. Insurance doesn't fail people, but wrong understanding does. Most people have misconception over insurance, which is so common, but continuing to trust them isn't right. Many people buy insurance based on advice, advertisement, or tax benefits without truly understanding what their policy covers and, more importantly, what it doesn't. Link is in the description. Click and join the webinar. We'll see you there.
Investors in mutual funds showed an increasing preference for thematic investing over the last 3 years. Whether it was the PSU theme or the defense theme or even IT, investors have poured a lot of money into thematic opportunities. You have so many thematic opportunity funds hitting the market. But is thematic investing actually so simple? Is it easy to practice? My experience is almost entirely from what I did in thematic investing. When I was an equity investor, my thought process was completely fashioned on thematic investing. When I moved into mutual funds in the year 2008-9, I applied exactly what I had learned as an equity investor in mutual fund investing. At that time, the entire mutual fund industry was hypercritical of my thought process of thematic investing itself as a concept. The industry felt that thematic investing was not for the retail investor. It was high risk, or that was what the industry said. The industry perceived thematic investing as completely unsuitable for the Indian investor. This was 2008-9. Let me give you a sense of how neglected thematic investing was. There were funds which were dedicated to investment in FMCG, pharma and IT. These had NAV, these had an AUM around 100 crores, a little above 100 crores. This was the scenario in 2010. Now just contrast this with the current AUM of the largest fund in IT thematic investing. What changed is not the fundamental problem of investing in thematic funds. What changed was not the risk. What changed was the marketability of thematic funds. So the industry could easily market a defense fund. Each one could have a defense fund. Each one could have an IT fund. Once marketability came, thematic funds became very acceptable. In fact, they became more acceptable than they ought to be, and they became oversimplified. Try looking at investors who have invested very aggressively in thematic funds over these 3 years and are now in a spot of bother. Try looking at what they did. Try understanding how their investment decisions were made, and you will see the problem very clearly. Investors in thematic funds have chased thematic funds based on recency bias, based on past performance. That too in the near term. As a result, most of the thematic funds have collected most of their AUM at the wrong time. If you want to validate what I am saying, just go into the large IT themed funds and see what has happened in the last 3 or 4 years. The problem is investors thought that in a theme like IT you can never lose money. The truth is, in any theme you can lose money. Thematic investing is all about those who made bad choices losing money, as much as thematic investing is about those who are contrarian at the right time making a lot of money. So you can lose a lot of money and you can make a lot of money. Thematic investing gives you opportunity or equal opportunity to do both. But what I am talking about now, or flagging for your attention, is that most of the people have done it all wrong. Thematic investing has been applied in a way in which it should never have been done. And now, simply sitting on your mistakes is not going to help you recover your capital. If you made a mistake in a theme, the time taken by the theme to come back into favor is extremely long. It's not 1 or 2 years. It could be much longer. That's the risk of thematic investing. But when it comes back in favor, which is after a long gap, the returns you will make will be unbelievable. Let me give you an example. In 2008, the infra theme was the most popular theme. Most people were invested only in the infra theme. I picked up the infra theme in 2019, made my investors participate over the next 3 years, and also made them sell when everybody was buying infra. And this counter-cyclical investing is the core of investment success in thematic investing. So if you're stuck in a theme now, you can imagine how long it may take for the theme to come back in favor. In the case of infra, it's a long capital investment cycle, so it took 10, 11 years. But other teams may still take 3 or 4 years. Even a capital efficient industry like information technology may take that long. And even then the returns will not be great. You may barely recover your capital if you have made a loss now. So what do? You need to learn from what you did wrong in thematic investing. You need to walk out of that oversimplification belief that has grown on you that thematic investing is easy. You need to understand how to play themes counter-cyclically, and you need to know how to deal with your mistakes in thematic investing, because mistakes do happen. As an investor and as a professional who advises other investors, I still hold high conviction in thematic investing. But I hold that conviction exactly in the way I learned to do it as an equity investor and extended it into my mutual fund practice. I don't share the conviction of how others have practiced their thematic investing in the last few years. I don't agree with that investing. But I still believe that thematic investing has a place. It has its strengths and it will give success. But only if you play it the right way. Hopefully, those who still want to practice thematic investing correct their mistakes and practice thematic investing in a way which will give them success. Thank you for watching this video.